Somebody call the doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are diving into book 2 of the Legend of Korra. This one's called Spirits. We're looking at episode 1 called Rebel Spirit. Now, the way the first one ended, we got some questions answered. There's a few I'm not too sure of where it's like, if I didn't see it, maybe it didn't happen. But either way, the first book was outstanding. I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, here we are in book 2, and now she has finally achieved the Avatar state as we got to see our boy Aang tell her that, you know, you need to get to your worst before you can start truly becoming the Avatar. So I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to see how book 2 starts out.
Yeah, Mason Quinn's not going to be happy about that ending. If it didn't see it, it doesn't happen. Even though the ship blew up in the middle of the ocean, it's not good enough for Mason Quinn. It's good enough for me. Excellent job with book number 1. We've got 3 more to go. I'm super excited. Let's get to it,
All right, let's go!
Hey folks, we have a PSA for you coming up on our Legend of Korra series.
All right, now much like we did our releases for Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're going to be taking a short break on YouTube after each book is finished.
Give me what I want!
Now we do 1 to 2 drops per week on Patreon. But how we release them on YouTube is multiple episodes per YouTube release. So once again, after each book on YouTube, there will be a short break. Again, each episode gets a full reaction and its own release over on Patreon.
Only the Avatar can master all 4 elements.
6 months ago, Avatar Korra defeated Amon and the Equalists, and the United Republic elected its first president. Commander Boomy retired and moved to Air Temple Island. Korra and her boyfriend, Mako, have been... Unbeknownst to the Avatar, danger now threatens the Southern Water Tribe.
Better keep your eyes peeled, laddie.
Ooh, is that like a squid?
Yeah.
Looks like we're not gonna have to worry about the one guy overboard in about 2 seconds. That whole ship's going down.
Bringing it down, yeah.
It's pro-bending night in the public city.
Here we go!
We got a doozy.
Now, we all know that our last match was garbage, but that's in the past. Because when you back a fire ferret in the corner, well, mister, he comes out fighting.
Kisses.
Are you with me?
Oh, new team.
Oh! Fire ferrets go down in the water.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's on the force now. Was that Andre in back?
It looks like
exactly like Andre the Giant.
Totally.
Anybody want a peanut?
Had to lay her down almost.
I got a waterbender throwing ice down. Oh, of course, the jump. This is the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh, he just torched the vehicle.
doing a tail whip.
Looks like you had some car trouble.
What a
Good thing the
one-liner.
police are here.
He was waiting to use that one.
Looks like you had car trouble.
I think these planes are finally ready to ship.
I hate to mention the elephant rhino in the room, but since your father was thrown in prison, no company will work with us.
I'm going to the South Pole to meet with someone who can help us put Future Industries back on top.
Ooh, she didn't seem too confident there. Oh.
No fair!
Avatar state is not to be used as a booster rocket. Clearly, you need more training to grasp the depths of your spiritual connections. Not to mention that you're still a long way from mastering airbending.
Punch, punch, punch!
Mastered.
Looks pretty good to me.
Is it too late for you to unretire from the United?
From now on, it's 24/7 boomy time.
That's his face.
Hopefully, our visit to all of the air temples will give you the inspiration you need.
Can we see where Grandpa Aang was born? How many lemurs can I have? I want to get tattoos!
We're going to have a wonderful time.
Theory parents. We're gonna have fun.
On vacation.
I'm not needed on the council. I can finally relax with my family and give Korra the attention she needs.
More attention.
Maybe I'll tag along just to see Vacation Tenzin.
You're not invited.
We're gonna have some real fun in my hometown at the Glacier Spirits Festival.
Mom already invited me.
Well,
So I walk up and say, looks like you had some car trouble.
Of course he would tell you that.
When you get to jail, tell him Mako sent you.
Ooh, I like that one.
Just like Sokka when he was giving all the actors all the ones he said.
yeah.
All I do is train all day.
Tenzin's just trying to help you become the best Avatar you can be.
Of course you take his side.
Well, it went sideways.
Yeah, he was just trying to explain things.
Why is it so much easier to bust triads than it is to get through one conversation with my girlfriend?
The GF, it's official.
Apparently.
You've all gotten so big. Your father doesn't bring you to visit nearly enough. He's probably scared I'll beat him up like when we were kids.
I'm not scared of you anymore.
You remember Mako?
I hope you're not getting my daughter into any more trouble.
Knock it off, Dad.
Look at that shit.
Oh,
Chief of the Northern Water Tribe comes to grace us with his presence.
A little bit of sarcasm there.
Whoa!
That's Eska and Desna, the chief's children. Desna is a guy.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Tonrock?
Brother.
Oh,
brother.
brother. And ask him to do something. I hope he says it doesn't work for me, brother.
This festival used to be a solemn time of fasting and meditation. Now it's just a chance to watch some rube try to stick an entire Arctic hen in his mouth.
Oh, so good.
It's not the end of the world.
Tell that to the sailors who are being attacked.
Spirits are attacking ships?
It would be my honor to instruct you in the spiritual ways of the Water Tribe.
Tenzin is Korra's instructor. He can give her all the training she needs.
So you've said.
A lot of friction between these guys.
Hey, that got a little awkward, huh?
Varric is one of the richest men in the world, and he controls the entire global shipping business.
Pabu and I are natural assistants. Man, this is nice. It was a foot off the ground. It looked like you were just sitting on a pillow.
Are you saying I wasn't levitating?
No?
Well, why didn't anyone tell me? Swami, you're fired.
He looks at him.
Swami, you're fired.
I like you, kid. You're a real straight shooter. Miss Sato, he's with you?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's Moxie.
Thank you for meeting with me.
You gotta check out my new venture, Moving Pictures.
Oh.
Mind-blowing, right? Imagine watching this. Ginger.
Ginger.
What the hell is this?
We're gonna do big business with these movers, as I call them.
But I'm just concentrating on getting future industries back on track.
Look me in the eye. We got a deal!
Over. That's how you do business, huh?
Who wants a rocket boat ride?
Oh my God.
You are a natural assistant.
Just slow down, guys.
When this festival was founded, the tribal elders would commune with the spirits.
I've never seen that.
That is why I want so badly to teach you.
I thought I had made it.
Every avatar before you traveled the world to learn.
I thought Aang ordered the White Lotus to keep me down here.
Looks like someone's trying to take your place as the Avatar stick in the mud men.
Don't pick on Tenzin. You know he's always been sensitive.
I'm not.
As your chief, it is my honor to speak at this festival. Angry spirits are already attacking ships in your waters. I only hope we are not too late.
Guy, what kind of this guy's shorts?
Let's have some fun with Wacky Wushu's dancing otter penguin.
What?
Oh, why did they stop there? I wanted to see it going.
What was it, the Super Bowl a handful of years ago where
Cameron
Diaz
Diaz,
was feeding
yes.
A-Rod popcorn?
Yep, Packer Steelers Super
Good
Bowl.
luck.
There it is.
You're Eska, right?
Yes, it is. Who gets hissed at?
You amuse me. I will make you mine.
You mean like a boyfriend or like a slave?
Yes.
Reminds me of the girl from Office or Parks and Recreation. Aubrey.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Tenzin thinks I'm his prisoner. I'll never finish training with him in charge.
Oh, jeez.
We have a winner!
Was it mobile?
What do you think I should do?
I guess you should do what you think is right.
That's a big help. Just forget it.
Better than that. Why don't you ask her what she wants for dinner? See how that goes. We've all been there.
Naga, what are you doing? Quiet, Naga. You'll wake everyone up.
Oh, that thing's back. Some kind of shapeshifter.
It's like an evil spirit.
Yeah.
Ooh, it is fast.
Real fast. Walling him in.
Was he on roller skates?
Oh, she's going to go for it. Full on Avatar state.
Wow.
Oh,
wow. She's in the Avatar state?
Because the spirit world is even more powerful, I guess.
That's what he wanted to train her on. It's like a snake charmer. Whoa.
Was not expecting that.
No.
At all.
How were you able to control that spirit when no one else could?
I've spent my life studying the spirits, but I could teach you everything I know.
But Korra still has much to learn about airbending.
I think it's time I had a new teacher.
Ooh.
But we've come so far together.
This is as far as we go.
Oh,
wow. That's the end of the line right there.
It has been a pleasure serving you, Avatar Korra.
Oh, wow.
Oh, packing up and...
I think I need some time alone with my family right now.
When you get to be my age, you'll be thankful for the time you had with your siblings.
I'm dying to see that laid-back vacation Tenzin I've heard so much about.
Hop on.
Layer bending boost. Yep. We still have no idea how they actually fly, what the propulsion is.
Well, they airbend. That's what the folks in the comments told us.
Oh. They airbend.
I have great plans for you.
Oh, why'd they do that music like that? That's what I want to know. That was very interesting that, okay, so most of the theme of this episode, they were kind of getting us caught up, showing where everybody was at. Mako's out there throwing one-liners around on the security force or, whatever they might call them.
That was great.
But it was interesting that the two brothers, have a little bit of friction back and forth. And they did not want, both Tenzin and her father did not want Korra to go train with the spirits with Urlach. So that was kind of interesting because what an incredible power to have. I mean, the Avatar in the Avatar state couldn't do anything against a spirit. So why would they not want her to learn that part of it as well? So, definitely setting up for a whole nother, chapter we're going to do here. Oh, we had, Stephen Yoon?
No, it was Aubrey Plaza as Eska. I said it sounds like Aubrey Plaza.
From Parks and Rec or whatever.
It's like James Raymar as Tunrak. From Too Fast, Too Furious. Anyways.
Yeah, but anyways, before we got a little bit sidetracked there, nice little introduction to the world that we're in now, 6-month time jump. Kind of got a feel where everybody's at. Our pro bending team could definitely use some help. They're in rough shape. They're going to need some lot of training or maybe some new recruits, but I want to see where the brother versus brother dynamic goes here and why they're so hesitant for Korra to learn how to control spirits.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this because they seem to have a troubled past but it seems like Tanarek is researched and studied spirits his whole life and devoted his whole life to it. So you have to expect he's going to be able to teach her, right, to understand the spirit world. Because remember, Aang actually had it took him a little bit, but then he found his way to the spirit world and was great in the spirit world. He would always be in there, it seems like, when his body would be getting dragged by frickin' Prince Zuko in the snow in the South Pole and everything else. So she needs this to be able to even enhance her powers even more, and then be able to control herself in the spirit world.
Yeah,
and she needs to seek it for guidance, because that's what Aang always did, was use the spirit world for guidance.
My fiance and her mom were watching Uncle Buck the other night. There was a
go for it.
Scene in Uncle Buck, of course, if you've seen it. He's giving the niece some friendly advice from an older gentleman's standpoint about, granted, a different situation, but about young romance. She did not listen, thought he was just being a crusty old guy. One thing led to another. He turned out to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think there's a very solid reason why Tenzin and her father are both hesitant to have Korra go and learn all this spiritual stuff. Clearly, it would appear as if the guy has a lot of power that Tenzin didn't have, and her Korra's father didn't have, and even her in the Avatar state didn't have. And it seems as if she's a little mesmerized by that. I am completely on board with Mason Quinn. The tone of the music right at the end made you very much think something sketchy was going to happen. Like, maybe he's a little bit power hungry. Maybe he's jealous. Maybe he wants the Avatar on his side. Who knows? But he seemed to, Korra and everybody, was all excited about this this festival they were having and this celebration. And this dude comes in, and you lost sight of, the what it's all about, and the spirits, and this kind of Debbie Downer. And now he's trying to recruit Korra. Something seems fishy. And I think if anybody's got Korra's best interest in mind, it's going to be her dad and Tenzin. So I think something sketchy's happening with this spirit guy, but we shall learn as we get further into the story. So
I mean, this has been a lot of fun and a great way to start a new book titled Spirit, so I'm looking forward to this one. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
Avatar Korra was attacked by a dark spirit, turned her back on Tenzin, and chose Unalaq.
Turned her back.
Oh, you can see all the destruction. Right there.
I'm pumped up to learn that Unalaq spirit fighting.
We're going to one of the most remote places in the world, the South Pole. People of the South have brought darkness upon themselves.
Count me in.
What if, and this just popped in my head, what if he summoned the spirit just to defeat it so he could show Korra that he
Master
could?
Tenzin,
Could be.
Welcome. This is an ancient airbender head shaver.
Head shaver. It's got a little propeller.
These flowers once filled the mountainside.
You didn't have to.
Head shaver.
Anything for the mother of the next generation of airbenders.
You don't even like to read. Nah. I finally got a lemur. Pookie, come back.
Pokey.
Excuse me, a little help here?
Sorry, I thought you were the servants.
We're Tenzin's brother and sister.
The world is filled with more airbenders?
We're not airbenders.
Oh.
It's
kind of covered that in the first season.
Wow.
I have to make sure you have everything you need for a safe trip.
Thanks, Captain Expedition.
Hey, a snowmobile.
Go doing a bit of that skidooing.
I heard you're taking Korra to the South Pole. My daughter is not going without me.
Why do you always think you know what's best for me?
The sad truth is, it's men like your father who have put the spirit world out of balance.
Ooh, bro.
Ooh.
What happened in the past?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Unless you think you can stop me.
Hey, wait for me!
He's got a sidecar.
Where'd you get the ride?
Varric! He also gave me this fancy snowsuit. I could survive in this thing for like a month. Who wants some freeze-dried cucumber quats?
Babu.
Does this sidecar have the capacity for 2 passengers?
Sure does.
So, once we get to the South Pole, then what happens?
If you can open the portal in time, balance will be restored. There's a reason the Glacier Spirits Festival ends on the winter solstice. Only then can the Avatar open the portal.
Perfect timing. What are the odds?
A lot of talk about balance. Sounds like some Mr. Miyagi stuff.
Well, it sounds like it was a setup, like you were thinking.
Dark spirits.
What if it's like Scooby-Doo and it's like, it was you all along?
Why do you think the dark spirits are following us?
Can we not talk about dark spirits, please?
Haven't you ever wondered how your father ended up in the South Pole?
I was banished.
Oh.
Oops.
I was a general in the Northern Water Tribe.
We're being attacked.
I drove them out of the city and deep into the frozen tundra. We tracked them deep into an ancient forest. Many believed this forest was the home to spirits.
Sherwood Forest? Like in Robin Hood?
We captured the
I think that's what they were
barbarians,
planning on.
but in the process we destroyed the forest.
Oh. Yeah, flooded it.
I unknowingly let loose angry spirits. They threatened to destroy everything. Unalaq was able to guide the spirits back to the forest. My father banished me from the Northern Water Tribe in shame.
Wow.
That's when I came to the south and started a new life.
No wonder you guys don't like each other.
Why do you keep hiding things from me and then telling me it's for my own protection?
Korra!
I mean, I gotta be honest, there's a lot of stuff I've done in my life I'd prefer my son didn't find out about, you know, like...
The most sacred place in the entire Southern Air Temple. Where are your brother and sister?
Oh.
Milo!
Oops.
That was interesting.
You don't even know if what Unalaq says is true.
You want proof? There used to be lights in the South as well. But during the 100-Year War, the South was thrown out of balance. Now the spirits no longer dance in your skies.
I think we're here.
Oof.
It's like the Nothing and the Never-Ending Story. Oh, to take over.
I really don't like this. Just stay calm. There's no reason.
Oh, a bunch of little ones. Stealing all their gear.
Oh, it's in the engine.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh. Oh, is she starting to do it? Almost. She almost had it.
Started to work.
Is everyone okay?
I can't stop it! I'll save you.
Inflates. Sounded like a beach ball.
Deflate me.
Oh, well, not like that. You just ruined his suit.
We have to turn back. This mission is too dangerous.
No, Dad. You're leaving.
Whoa.
I'll keep an eye on Korra for you.
So, what exactly were you and my dad talking about?
Nothing.
You know, sometimes I wonder whose side you're on.
Here she goes again.
God, she can be harsh sometimes. But you know, Aang was like that too, where he would like snap sometimes. A lot of pressure.
Oh, look at that. It's all...
What is that, Superman's house?
It's all that's left.
Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
No, it's a...
From before.
It's like the sacred forest Tonrak destroyed in the north.
Oh, it's a different one. Okay. Yeah, it's north, south.
From here, you're on your own.
Wait a second.
All the past avatars live on inside of you. Let them guide you.
Good luck.
Ah, the classic hero going into the cave.
The spirit portal.
Couple of guys sleeping there. There's something going on with her.
What avatar is this?
Why isn't it opening?
Whoa.
Oh.
What the hell is this? Okay,
Yeah.
so she got out of that.
Should be able to touch it.
Oh, look at that.
Well, it's lit up.
It's beautiful.
She did it.
Hey, Korra's back!
Why are you initiating physical contact with another woman?
I'm really sorry for being a total pain. It's hard being the Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. A lot of pressure being the Avatar.
Hey, it's hard being the Avatar's boyfriend.
Yep. Oh, here's the ships.
What is this?
I know he had mentioned about...
Opening the spirit portal was only the first step in getting the Southern Water Tribe back.
Here we go.
There's more difficult work to be done before our two tribes are truly united.
I just keep waiting for something devious out of that guy. They keep teasing it.
Something devious? He just brought in all the warships. What do you mean something devious? They just gave it to us.
Yeah, they said something else had to be done, so obviously they want to send all these people through the portal, all these soldiers.
Oh my God. Just when he thought it was safe to go to the South Pole.
Urlach had the plan all from the start. Conveniently, the spirits showed up at just the right time to convince Korra that she had to go to the Southern Water Tribe, and everything just happened to work out exactly as he planned. I feel like they haven't completely brought him on as a villain, but it's seeming to lean that way a little bit. I think they want us to still hold out a little hope, because that look that Korra gave him at the end, that wasn't like a look of terror or fright or, oh my gosh, what have you done? That sort of thing. So, so that was still leaving some room up for interpretation there. The interesting thing with these episodes is that they build and build and build, and they have the big finish in like the last 3 minutes or so. I was kind of noticing that from the first episode and to this one. So I like how the storytelling's done there. They really take the time to kind of reel you in, and yeah, this is gonna be a good one. This is not gonna be cut and dry, because we never saw Aang really have to go through anything like this, so it's going to be very new to us. I mean, yes, he had to go into the spirit world, but this seems completely different than what he had to do.
A little bit. He used the spirit world to go and talk and seek guidance from everyone, including like the face hunter, the face eater that remember he couldn't show any emotion towards and stuff like that. But like what I was wondering too is, who was Tenzin's eldest daughter, Jinora? What was that avatar that you looked at that lit up as well at the end?
Yeah, because it had to look like those spirit things going around.
Yeah, and so it looked like it didn't have any sort of like, like an earth or water or fire. It looked like it was just a totally different thing, that there was maybe at one time a totally different avatar that existed that wasn't anything to do with any of the elements. It was all spiritual. So I'm really excited to see where that takes us, because I mean, there's a reason why she had to have seen that.
Yep.
I mean, she got woken up in the middle of the night to go see it as well.
And she had that scene in the museum too, where something was watching her.
And I think that was also that same avatar.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was at the Air Temple, though, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
where they have that's where they have all the avatar statues.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, why is, when Korra's down at the Southern Pole, the South Pole, why is there some sort of weird reaction with just one of the statues that we're a little bit unfamiliar with? Was it a
with just one of the kids?
Representative of the spirit world, which also made me question what sort of interesting powers that particular child have. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on. All I know is that, what's his name, Tarlok, things are looking a little sketchy, okay?
Oh, Urlach. Yeah.
Urlach is the dad. No,
Or
Tarlok
the
was the
uncles.
old. Tarlok was the old bad guy from the previous one, the old councilman. Too many names to keep.
close.
But in any regard, yeah. I mean, look, all of a sudden he opens it up. Maybe he needed her to do that. Now all of a sudden the warships are coming in. Oh, we have more work to do.
Very convenient.
To facilitate peace. Look, somebody comes in with a whole bunch of warships and tell you they're there to facilitate peace. I wouldn't trust them right away. But there's so much going on. You know, they booted Korra's dad. I feel like there's some vindication coming his way a little bit later, as well as Tenzin's. But look, this show, the original, this one, it's all about these conflicts and moral decisions and these lessons about what's right and what's easy. And for all the reasons that we love this show, There are also the reasons that it gives us like this angst and
Yeah.
anxiety, because there's so many of these situations that don't exactly always pan out to be what they originally seemed like on the surface, and that's definitely what's seeming to happen here. I made an early prediction that that the spirits were brought in by Dude to give him a reason to sell Korra on the whole idea of going to the South Pole, and I'm wondering if that's not the case here. Like I said, it sounds like some old Scooby-Doo stuff, but look who it was all along. But that's what I'm getting out of this. I'm 2 episodes in, totally sucked in already to book 2. And so I tell you what, and I know we're spoiled here at the channel, but as I have said in previous reactions, that we do wait to sit together and watch these together to get genuine reactions. But the difficulty it takes to not go home and be like, what? It's not going to hurt if I take a little
peek.
Nobody will know if I take a little peek, But
Little
I don't
peeky.
do it. This channel, love the channel. We want everything to be genuine, so I will have to wait until the next time I sit down with the boys.
Yeah, this is
going to be difficult.
Yeah.
This is gonna get real interesting now, because now it's her uncle that she's gonna have to worry about. Like, jeepers, man.
Well, and I know
time.
it's a different book and it's supposed to feel different, obviously, because they're doing different things. But this book couldn't feel any more different from the first one that we saw originally in Republic City. So I really like that.
Yeah, the first one in Republic City, obviously it was very serious, but it had more of a light-hearted kind of feel to it all the way around. And Lokamon was a pretty serious enemy, but this is like, we're serious, like right into it off the bat. There's not really anything funny. There's not a lot of comic relief. I mean, there's a little bit here and there, with, why are you initiating physical contact with a woman? But it's definitely has a more serious tone than the previous book, and I am here for it. Absolutely loving it, and only 2 episodes in.
Look at that. 2 in. I think there's 10 to go, because I think there's 12, maybe 13 of the season 2. So we're going to get right back on that horse to watch the next few. So with Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.
Korra has reopened the Southern Spirit Portal and taken the first step to restoring balance between spirits and man. What other plans does Unalaq have for the Avatar?
We shall see.
Everyone, clear the streets. Get back in your homes.
Who are these guys? The enforcers?
They're a nice little guardrail system.
Wow, they're shutting everything out.
Wow.
There is another portal in the north. Once you open it, spirits and man will be able to move freely between the north and the south.
Our tribes will be united again.
All right. I mean, sounds good so far.
Well, we got a bunch of sky buffaloes.
Guy Bison.
Bison.
I haven't felt this at peace since... And it's over. It's so nice to get to spend more time with my family. Reminds me of all those great vacations we took as kids with Dad.
Boomy and I weren't on those great vacations.
What about the time he took us to Kyoshi Island to ride the elephant koi?
Koi.
Yeah, remember that one.
We never saw the place.
Do you have a baby in there?
There's your sister. About this tall, talks real fast. Janora, were you and Milo teasing your sister again?
Maybe. Yes. She ran away.
Honestly.
Oh, you see how red she was.
Search and rescue missions are my specialty.
What do you say we all go together?
I could use the help.
We'll come up with a plan to take down that shark squid once and for all.
Yeah!
This is shocking. Nay, sickening. Unalaq's already booted our chieftains out of their palace. Not to mention, I've got a cargo ship full of halibut that's rotting. Who wants to buy a ship full of stinking fish?
Just keeps breaking stuff and throwing out food.
Chief Unalaq is here to help the South.
He wants control of our wealth. We have no choice but to fight for our freedom.
You want to start a war?
Whoa, pump the brakes here a little bit.
Tell him how frustrated we all are.
I'll do it for the tribe.
Oof.
We need to start preparing for war.
I hold immense dislike for the South.
You know, I'll be really sad when you have to leave.
You will be coming with me to the North.
No.
Mako! I'm so happy to see you.
Hey, if you're that unhappy, just break up with her.
You could do that?
Yeah. Just tell her you're not that into her anymore.
Oh, no, I don't think she'd like that.
You just gotta rip it off and get it over with. You'll feel a lot better afterwards, trust me.
You could have said Band-Aid, not blood-sucking leech.
Korra better watch out. Ooh. No, it's just, never mind.
No, I don't think she liked that very much.
I understand why you brought your troops here, but I'm afraid it's sending the wrong message. A lot of Southerners feel like their tribe is being invaded. There could be a civil war.
The dark spirits would thrive off this negative energy.
How do we stop it?
This is a war only the Avatar can prevent.
No pressure.
Jeez, right?
As the Avatar, you must remain neutral in this conflict.
Thank you, Uncle.
Just buttering her up.
You know, at first I was skeptical of the uncle, but I'm having a hard time reading him now.
Yeah.
You're not skeptical of him anymore?
Well, kind of, but...
Who threw those? Pick on a waterbender your own size.
Stop!
You're taking their side?
I'm not taking anyone's side.
You're the worst Avatar ever.
Walk away from this.
A lot of anger brewing here.
Yeah, when you say I'm not on anybody's side, you get left in the middle, hanging there, because nobody likes you then.
Yep.
Heche, where are you?
Over here, Dad.
That's a messed up joke. Jesus.
I wish I could be as good a father as Dad was to us.
He was so focused on saving the world and doing his duty. Don't laugh.
Dad was under a lot of pressure.
He always had time for you, though.
We need to keep moving.
Classic airbender technique.
Yeah, did Dad teach you that move?
Ouch.
A little harsh, huh?
Uh-oh.
My tribe's about to go to war, and I'm supposed to stop it.
Do you want advice, or am I just supposed to listen?
Yeah.
How about you take a break from all this Avatar stuff and we go out for a quiet dinner?
That ain't gonna happen.
We never get to spend enough time together, just the 5 of us.
Excuse us while we retrieve more sustenance.
Sustenance.
Yes.
You guys ever watch the show Life Below Zero? That's they used to say sustenance.
She threatens to freeze me in a block of ice and feed me to dolphin piranhas.
Oof.
Why didn't you warn me your cousin had the power to reach into my heart and crush my soul with her bare hands?
Because I thought it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
No, not to me, it wasn't.
You should know that.
Do something, Avatar.
That's what her duty is right there. Don't laugh.
I found footprints.
The old Scooby-Doo footprints.
Follow me. This'll get us down 50 times faster. Come on, you wimps.
Not afraid of the dark, are you?
Oh, there you go.
That was faster.
At least 50 times faster.
Tenzin's the funny guy now.
Did Dad send you to talk to me?
Your father doesn't know I'm here.
I found out Dad's been lying to me my whole life.
We were trying to keep our family together.
All I ever wanted to be was the Avatar. Unalak's the only one who believes in me.
Problems between the North and the South started long before you were born. Varric's been plotting a rebellion against Unalak, but I don't want you getting caught in the middle of it.
I'm already in the middle of it.
Yeah, she is.
Uncle!
Things are already touching off here.
Dad, don't do this.
Whoa, look at that move.
Get him out of here.
We're all part of the same tribe.
But
I don't want to hurt you.
they seem so anxious to go to war. I mean, I get they've been plotting for a while, but...
She just did the run like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, stop!
That was a pretty nifty trick.
It's not him.
Where's my father?
He wouldn't help us.
You can't just lock them away. Let them stand trial for what they did.
Feels to me like they're kind of guilty.
I mean, but I think for a public standpoint, they have to make a show of it.
You done with the lecture, Mom?
Good luck healing yourself with your special non-bending powers.
You're the oldest of us, but you always acted like the youngest. I had to become the responsible.
You think you're some savior who has to carry on Dad's legacy.
We're Aang's kids, too.
You never should have come on this vacation.
Go back to the temple and see if Iki returned.
Fine.
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 Oh,
Fine.
Fine. I guess we're all fine here.
Fine. So the footprints that they saw, they're just going to leave us hanging on the footprints part?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I come in?
We heard what happened. Are you okay?
I'm so glad you weren't there.
All we wanted was to live a simple life and raise a family. We knew one day the world would need you.
That's the voice of Zuko's girlfriend from Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds just like her anyways.
You are under arrest and will stand trial for conspiring to assassinate me.
Whoa. Oh, all right. Easy there, Unc.
Well, that ends with a banger right there.
Yeah, wow. They're wasting no time diving into this story, and I mean the Civil War basically kicked off after like a day.
Yeah,
like Korra's been there a day, and oh, by the way, we're at Civil War, and you need to stop it because you're the Avatar. And again, like you were saying, Oak, when you try to ride the fence and be in the middle, then you just have nobody liking you. So they're definitely gonna have to come to some kind of conclusion. At first, I was completely skeptical of the uncle. A little bit through the episode, I was like, he's kind of difficult to read, but now there's obviously something going on. I fully believe there's an ulterior motive with opening up the spirit portals with the North and the South, because like I said, everything was so convenient with opening up the South. Oh, I just happened to show up. Oh, there just happened to be monsters. Oh, we just happened to come at the right time with the solstice and everything else working out. So definitely going to be some more to that story. I did like the little bit of kind of sibling rivalry that we had here between all of Aang's children. And, you're going to have that, I think, when you have, take any, I guess you'd say like high achieving businessman, athlete, world leader, whatever. They're never going to be the best parent because they're being pulled in a direction with their job. I mean, you're talking working, 20 hours a day sort of thing away from your family. And you see this with athletes. I mean, it takes a certain level of commitment to your craft to be the best, to get to a high level like an Avatar, for example, and you're simply not going to have the time to be the best parent. So that's kind of those sacrifices. That's where you usually lean on a spouse to kind of, to help you out in those situations. But I think that's kind of what we saw with what happened with Aang that we didn't see, and that's what I think all the siblings kind of told us.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we're already into the next Avatar. We don't know any of that backstory, and here Tenzin's thinking it was all hunky-dory family time, and here it was just him because he was the one that could airbend, and Aang was the last airbender, and now he had an airbender son, and he had to teach him the ways of that. And he put that as a main priority. He put Avatar, and then I think that priority was a second because he has to rebuild the culture. So I get Tenzin's points. Like, you guys don't know what it's like to have the culture on your shoulders. They're like, well, what about this? And it's so they're all right in their own accord. I mean, they're not one of them is like wrong per se. They each have their own, reasons for what Aang did with each one of them and how he treated the kids slightly differently. But yeah, so that's a fun one. And then I'm really intrigued now by the uncle. What is he getting at now? What is he doing with, like, is he using the spirits to help himself out, or what is he doing? Because now she said put him under trial. Well, that's great. He listened, and then busts in right away and gets his brother and his sister-in-law to go under trial right away.
Even a part of it.
I mean, come on. He refused to. He even just said, I would never attack my brother.
Yeah, it's interesting. It feels like kind of the relationship between Tenzin and his siblings. I almost see it like if you have a parent who owns a successful family business and you have the three kids, and it's like, you get the one like kind of, jokester that it's like, okay, do you really trust that kid to take over the business?
Charge, yeah.
And then if the family business does well and you have a lot of money, you get somebody who wants to travel and see the world, and then the parent is going to throw all the, the business responsibilities on whoever presents themselves as being the most responsible, the most likely to take over. And obviously this is a different situation. But, I think, Aang knew that his son wasn't, the next Avatar. So it's a little bit different, but that's the kind of the comparison I make when you look at this sort of family dynamic. Is imagine a wildly successful family business. Somebody might want to take it over, or somebody might want to say, "Hey, look, our family does great. I don't want to.
I don't have to do it.
I want to travel and see the world and stuff like that." And so, an interesting dynamic. I think, as far as the uncle, I think it's just a massive power grab, is all it is. He's trying to tell the Avatar that, it's about this, it's about the spirits, it's about that, because as long as she remains neutral, like, that's all he has to convince her of, right?
He can keep pushing.
He doesn't have to convince her this is us against them. And I think if he does, if that were to be the case, then I think she would be forced to choose sides. He's very purposely saying, no, this is about, connecting our tribes. This is about this. Telling her what he has to tell her to try to keep her neutral throughout this whole thing, because by the time he gets what he wants, it's going to have been such a major power grab that he's going to be in a good spot as far as he's concerned. So I don't trust the uncle one bit.
No,
I think it's a giant power grab, and I think he just wants her to be sitting on the sidelines and not choosing sides. He's doing a great job of convincing her to do exactly that. Now we have to see what happens now that he arrested her parents, whether she's going to step up and finally take the sides of her parents, or whether she's going to continue to try to play that center line.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. So over Appleton, Oak, Mason, Quinn, I'm, of course, the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.